Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Welcome to Pit Fight, and the matchup that I'm presenting to you today is the former master versus the former apprentice. How comes? How so? Well, let me elaborate. First off, we've got SoScared, who used to be a Masters League player, who is the founder of Red Alert Global League, and he has stepped down voluntarily. He has given himself a break, and he has restarted. He's done a reset and is now restarting in Minions. And the former apprentice being Smitty, who has worked his way all the way up from Minions to Masters. So congrats to him, and I'm gonna a fierce opponent. Both of those are fierce opponents, and I'm going to face off against Smitty next week, from what I believe. And Pit Fight, let's talk about this map a bit. It's going to receive massive changes and a massive overhaul, I believe, because in the next release, the forward command is actually going to provide you with some benefits, tangible benefits that is. You are going to be able to capture it, and it's going to serve as a forward base. And obviously this is imbalanced because this is, from what I understand, closer to the top spawn than to the bottom spawn, at least from what it looks. So yeah, this map is going to get a rework, definitely. And we're immediately seeing Smitty pumping out a lot of infantry. This is going to lead me to believe it's double ref, and a camping rifle infantry for SoScared. So he's trying to be a bit of a sneakster and get a snipe on an engineer. Yep, and if Smitty recognizes the situation, he should, yep. The engineer is hightailing it out of there. So a nice early little victory, but he's got a 15 or a 14 stack of rifles here. And this leads me to believe he could go for the oil derricks of SoScared instead. Looking to be the case. Also, SoScared has seemingly opted for a war factory rush, which means he is going to be left bereft of any early infantry pressure, because the eco just doesn't allow it on one harvester. Such is the way of things in OpenRA. Nice little read here with the sneaky rifle infantry. Has gotten a scout of the base, which is always super useful, because it allows you to target with artillery. It allows you to target the buildings with artillery or V2 through the fog of war. Always good to get an early scout off, a nice read of the base of your opponent. By the way, Smitty opted for an interesting play. He has not given away that he has got a massive infantry presence. Oh, nice force fire here by SoScared. Unfortunately not gonna find an engineer. He's given it away. So he has not announced his infantry presence, Smitty that is. And this leads to SoScared not having any idea about what's happening here. He has sold his double refinery and has gotten 4 identical cloned technicians for his trouble. That's some really good stuff. You know, send those boys in. This is going to be a 4-man goon squad. Too bad there's no angry mobs. This would be a perfect start of an angry mob. Anyway, so this leads to Smitty taking the original oil derrick of SoScared. Nice early little victory. Oh god, we're seeing 4 harvesters, 1 refinery for SoScared. This clogs you up so much. And opting into a light tank transition. Okay, now we've got the double ref, and the economy should be relatively smooth for SoScared, who is on 5 harvesters already, as opposed to the just 4th harvester coming online from Smitty. Such is the way of War Factory Rush. It just leads to an earlier ore truck lead, or economy lead, as opposed to double ref, which just gives you more assets out on the field. So yeah, the technicians being a nice forward scout, and the mobile flag is trying to give chase to 2 light tanks. Not sure, buddy. 2 light tanks though, that's not gonna put a dent into anything. Even ore trucks. Ore trucks can just sit there and tank 2 light tanks all day long. Mobile flags, however, can't. Alright. So that's at least a nice little victory, taking away the pressure of the scouting vehicle. Usually your opponent is going to have 1 scouting vehicle in the early game, and the rest of his assets are going to be concentrated in infantry. So yeah, 5 harvesters for Smitty now as well, and this should be already almost an MCV maybe for SoScared, or is he opting for tanks? Early Radadome for Smitty, and SoScared still going for economy, wow. So that's an early MCV, that's 5 harvesters, 6 harvesters on the way, and also a small little dispatch of forces, you know. 3 light tanks, couple infantry, it's nothing to write home about. But then again, units in OpenRA are rarely in the position to be living through the day to write home about anything. We're seeing a nice display of a small little bug here. Seeing as The flak truck had been acquired by the light tanks previously. SoScared knows exactly about the positioning of his opponent's army if he just looks at the turrets of his light tanks, because the turrets are going to track the enemy vehicle through the fog of war. So nice little tactical detail here. He could also kill the forward command, and it's a nice little $200 cash bounty. Always opting for something like this is smart. So we're seeing an airfield out for Smitty, a relatively early Soviet tier 2, which I'm loving. The Yak is so useful. The engineer, I believe SoScared was sure that this was the new release, because in the new release this would have been capturable. But alas, it isn't. So yeah, the engineer is just sitting here. Could actually go ahead and grab the oil derrick back. Because for now, Smitty has a nice distinct oil derrick advantage. And we're going to see the first push out. The army, I would say, is massively favoring Smitty. Smitty has so much. He's also gotten the first V2 online. So this is going to be a very good force to reckon with. But his Conyard is in peril. He should actually undeploy. Should undeploy the Conyard right here, opting to pop down an ore refinery. Undeploy, buddy. Buddy, what you're doing? Alright, that's the Conyard down. That's a minor consolation prize, at least for SoScared, who has wasted lots of units killing the Conyard. But at the same time, he's going to stifle the growth here. However, Smitty has established his eco lines. He's also on 2 Yaks already, and V2s are gonna come online, so this is very good for him. Oh, he's going to target fire all the rocket soldiers. Beautiful micro. So far, the Yaks have definitely proven their worth. And a nice early little victory for Smitty, who is now sitting pretty at having killed 10k over 4k, basically 11k over 4k, which is also making itself noticeable in the assets, which is 43 over 33. So SoScared being under a bit of pressure here, needs to make something happen. Yaks, after they've run out of ammo, which is basically the case here, I would always just press the F key, send them back to their airfields. There is actually a double airfield, very good for Smitty. He's going to double the recharge or the rearm time. Very good call here, and the army is just so small for SoScared. Right now I just don't see a way for him back into the game. He's gotten a lot of pillboxes here, which is also something that is not in mobile assets. And 4 Yaks already out for Smitty. Jesus, this man knows no mercy. No mercy. Mercy is for the weak, as Frank Klepacki likes to put it. And we've got the sneaky engineer. Oh, that's Smitty's engineer. Never mind. Disregard. Okay, couple cloned technicians are being sent to their demise. Just, just hashtag just scouting. Oh, wow. They burn up upon being fired at with a bazooka. Who knew? Who knew? This is going to be a nice flank attack, but immediately spotted by the Yak of Smitty. Yaks are so good at scouting. Shouldn't have lost the Yak here, but he's in such a commanding lead here. He's in a fantastic position right now. And we're just not seeing any transition out for SoScared yet. So this game might be over a bit quicker than you might think. And immediately garrisoning his entire forces here. This attack is not gonna go anywhere. Just no dice. 3 V2s. Boom. Pop goes the infantry. And another nice little victory here for Smitty. Killing a couple tanks, killing a couple infantry. And having established his 3rd expansion, which means he's fully maxed out on his natural eco. And SoScared, on the other hand, hasn't taken his corner expansion yet, so he's going to be behind in a bit. He's also not taken the left-hand side ore mine. Finally, we're seeing double helipad. We're seeing the Hind spam come out. Alright, let's see if this can turn the tide here. And that's it. The army is completely out of position. Smitty shouldn't have to do this. He should just have this army in the front lines, apply some pressure. Doesn't need to split them up right now. Oh, also opting into heavy tanks now. And the Yaks. Look at the line of sight from the Yaks. This is one of the best units in the game for scouting purposes. That's a bit risky though. They could... Oh, there is an AA gun! 1, 2, do I see 3? Yes! 3 Yaks biting the dust. You know, they're paper planes after all. Gunpowder-filled paper planes. Pigeons of war. That was not worth it. That was half the health of a power plant, and he killed 3 Yaks in return. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. And Smitty has opted for a tech center. Here is the artillery transition as well for SoScared. Let's see whether he can stem the tide. There is one artillery so far, but I think he, like, knowing SoScared, he has queued up 200 of those. Yak going down. AA gun has been popped, but now it's Smitty's turn to be on the aggressive here. He is going to just whittle down the defenses. Can actually go in with the heavy tanks and try dealing with the artillery. Oh, there is a massive infantry dispatch though. So Smitty for the time being just bailing out. Smitty bailing here. And the V2s are being picked apart by the Hinds. Good micro from SoScared, should now send them back. Yeah, that's pretty much is it. Not the comeback that he needs yet, but it's something. It's something after all. So this is gonna be Smitty queuing up 10 flak trucks. I just know it. This is how it works. And now the army. Oh, more and more heavy tanks being found out of position. The army is dwindling. So really good fight here for SoScared, whose artillery transition is now starting to pay off. Oh, that's why you don't go mass artilleries though. One Yak being traded away for 3 artilleries. As soon as the artilleries overstep their boundaries even once, they are just toast. Like, look at this frontline artillery. What's it gonna achieve? Didn't do a single lick of damage here. That's dangerous though. That's an entirely infantry-based composition. Oh, wow. Smitty opting into the Allahu Akbar. Just didn't find the angle. There's the parabombs. He's trying to bait into the parabombs, but I'm not sure if this is working. He's running his army away from the bombs. So this is going to be a complete whiff. Is this going to kill a single unit? The answer is no. The angle was even fairly good. And Smitty just has rally pointed his reinforcements right into the mound of this army here. So yeah. SoScared looking to be recovering here. What an amazing turn of events here. The army is so compact. He's got Hinds for screening. The Yaks are just falling out of the skies. Wow! He has completely turned that frown upside down. Amazing stuff. The spy plane coming in, but yeah. Spy plane is not what you want in this situation. Smitty desperately scrambling for more mobile flags. He needs them to deal with 6 freaking Hinds. 6 Hinds, that's a number. Quite the number here. And this is probably the natural expansion of Smitty falling. Ooh, that was an interesting crash, almost worth it. The Hinds are on hold fire here. Oh my lord, but the artilleries on the back lines are just shredding all the infantry. Very good fight for SoScared still. Even though, despite all his losses there. And that's the first Mammoth tank coming online from Smitty. He's also got the Iron Curtain up. Can he turn this upside down? Can he return this? Oh my lord! The MCV is going down, and that's the natural expansion being taken care of. The flak track has found the flank on the artilleries. Very good. All the artilleries are out of the picture. Now all that remains is the massive brunt of the army. Lots and lots of infantry. There's the Iron Curtain. And SoScared sounding the retreat. In comes an APC. Oh wow, that's some good crushes. The APC should keep going. This is a perfect conga line formation. Oh my lord! That's all the infantry being crushed. Jesus Christ, he can crush some more on the way out. This is an keep in mind, this is not an Iron Curtain APC. Wow, this has done a lot of damage. Instant vet 3 of crushing the entire half of the army of SoScared. Some artillery is being added on, but this is just a beautiful display of skill by Smitty. Knowing exactly how and when to crush into the enemy army. He came crashing like a wave there. Amazing stuff. 4 Hinds are remaining. They have fortunately been rearmed, so yeah. Can do a number, but the Mammoth tank is always a strong deterrent. Oh, Yak going in. Not finding an angle yet, but there are 5 unprotected artilleries. The Yaks can single-handedly clean house here. Excuse me, my voice is going a bit sore. Reinforcements being called to the field. Oh, the hero APC, not like this. Not like this. That's such a massive number of rocket soldiers. Nothing to do here. 7 artilleries being on display here. Alright, in comes the Yak Strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! Yes! Beautiful stuff. 5 artilleries from a single Yak Strafe. What a beautiful display here. That's why you don't go mass artillery in competitive play. You always need at least something for screening. In comes the first longbow, okay. This is gonna change the dynamic drastically because there's 4 Yaks and the Yaks just can't operate around the longbow anymore. Wow, okay, SoScared just not pulling the trigger here. That's one way you can you can work around this. Pray for your opponent to fuck up. Alright, that's pretty good. There is only 1 artillery here. So, almost all the artilleries have been taken care of. Oh, 2 APCs, I know what this is. Yeah! Pressing the go button. Flak truck in the back lines, taking care of the artillery. Very beautiful display. And again, the entire army from SoScared is being pushed back by clutch iron curtains. And the crushes, man, the crushes are just spot on. All the APC crushes you'll ever want here. Oh wow, going on a road rage here. APCs on a rampage, finally getting taken out. Have scouted the tech center though, yeah. That's an interesting placement of anti-air guns. You know, one of those might be better served like here, so you can't get a flank off. This harvester seems a bit lost. This is like Red Riding Hood in the woods. Okay. You know, just casually strutting by. Okay, we're finally seeing the backline expansions being taken by both long distance mining for SoScared and the GPS timer is ticking down. Keep that in mind. This is going to play a role later on, I believe. There's Tanya, okay. Oh, and immediately being scouted by the Yaks. They have found her. Probably going to go for the strafe. Pop goes the Tanya. And pop goes the artillery as well. Beautiful pickups. Pick him up. And we've got the counter pickup. The Autrax being harassed by longbows. Finally, one of the best uses for longbows is just killing the juicy armored targets like Autrax. Yeah, but the more mammoth tanks Smitty gets out, the better of a position he's gonna be in. Oh, another lost stray Autrax here. Another straggler. And I love that even though he's got the mammoth tanks, Smitty keeps his mobile flags close nearby. Because mobile flags have the same anti-air capabilities, but they're just so much better suited at chasing targets. Oh, that's a bit of a ballsy move here. Has paid off though, wow. Jeez. 2 of the longbows survive. One of them going down here. Okay, and in comes, that's the 1-2 punch. Parabombs onto the anti-air guns and the Texer, plus the mobile flags being used for tanking. Going to take down all the artillery, is going to go on an artillery hunt here. Artillery scavenger hunt, 1, 2, 3. And number 4 is out of the picture, which leads to Smitty having a fantastic position. Mammoth tanks are better suited as backliners than as frontliners here, because there is so much rocket infantry. So yeah, a fantastic position for Smitty. Good artillery hits though. And the tech center has survived, so that's a big deal here. That's the real meat and cheese. Anti-air guns have gone down. Mammoth tanks should bail. Oh, that's a beautiful strafe. One more time. Alright. Give me the favorite song and dance here. Oh, the turret of the mammoth tank is facing the wrong way, taking a lot of damage from the longbows. But ultimately being traded 1 for 1, which is a cost neutral trade at best. Alright, the army is dwindling for SoScared. He's got 2 longbows. And Smitty has 5 Yaks. Okay, 5 Yaks, 7. I stand corrected. There are 2 Yaks on the flanks here. A chronosphere has been built by SoScared. Interesting. Let's see whether this is going to come into play. Also, a nuke silo has been online for a minute. And that's Smitty backtacking to heavy tanks. I'm not sure about this. Not sure if I like it. So one of the Autrax should be relegated to the left because the Autrax in the original ore pad got harassed away. How much more time until the Iron Curtain is up? It's up right now. 5 Yaks emptying their clips on the Chronosphere. Okay, 2 of them being traded for Chronosphere. 3! Starting to be a bit expensive here. And I would like to see something more mobile being Iron Curtained. The Mammoth tanks are good and all, you know, but at the end of the day they're still just too immobile. Another longbow falling down, okay. So back to 2. Pretty expensive here. Oh wow, Smitty has patched up his flak trucks, I didn't notice. Nice display of micro. This could be an Iron Curtain waiting to happen here. I'm just waiting for Smitty to pull the trigger finger. Alright. That spy plane though. It's a good spy plane, buddy. And we're now going to see, I think he's trying to get into position with the mobile flags. That's like a 10 stack of mobile flags. That's good shit right there. He's just waiting. He's itching to pull the trigger finger here. Nice though. Smitty is moving closer to have a better angle, not waste as much of his Iron Curtain. And the engagement is about to start. There's the Iron Curtain just before the front line gets taken out. Beautiful. And let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus Christ. 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. Number 8. 8 freaking artilleries. That's when you know your opponent is committed to artillery spam. Tanya's back though. So what has she got to snipe? She has got nothing. And she gets taken out immediately anyway. So rip Tanya. We hardly knew you. Nice zone defense from the Mammoth tank. That's when they're at their best. When they're on the defense. When your opponent has to push into them. I really love how Smitty, despite having all his tech, is back-teching to basic mobile flags. They just work better with an Iron Curtain than Mammoth tanks. And he has retained 2 of the Mammoths anyway, so this is an amazing back-tech. I'm really digging it. 3 longbows now. So yeah, SoScared. I know he loves his longbows. So his favorite unit, basically. The Iron Curtain is not up, so this is a bit of a risky play here. Also, interesting. SoScared does have the GPS up now. So this is going to make things a bit spicier for him. Wait. Oh yeah, there he goes. I think it turned off the radar dome. That's a couple empty APCs, probably just to bait out some missiles from the longbows, I guess. Okay, the infantry dispatch gets cleaned up by Yaks, cleaning shop here. I really love the double airfield. Also, I think the parabombs should be back up momentarily. The APCs have gotten a full scout of the base, have gotten a nice read here, and I think he's trying to push into the main base here, trying to find a vector. But the artilleries are an ever-present danger, and SoScared. We know SoScared, he has queued up 200. That's the way he rolls. This Mammoth is a bit forward. Oh, the other one has veterancy though. I really love vetted up Mammoths, one of the best units in the game. The other one falling prey to a pack of rockets. But hey, such is the dangers of OpenRA. Such are the ways of OpenRA. Retain the vetted one, yes, yes. Good, very good. This match is fantastic. It just proves that as Soviets, you should never be content spamming one unit type. Always mix it up. All of your basic units as Soviets do have their combat uses. And the APCs going in, probably waiting for the Iron Curtain. And... no. Okay, he's curtained only one. That's good enough though. He can push around the army. He can go for crushes, pushes. Yeah, there we go. And also just take all the fire, take all the flak with the APCs. Beautiful play here. The clutch Iron Curtains, keeping Smitty in the game and allowing him to push further. So the tech area is down, so that's a big deal. That's the big honeypot. That's the, that's the prime target for any Soviet. Any aspiring Soviet commanders always kill the tech center. That's how you win against allies. The longbows can find some nice juicy snipes on ore trucks. There are 5 ore trucks on 2 ore mines. Jesus Christ. And this ore mine, on the other hand, has just regrown. That's a massive, juicy ore field now. In the late game, the economy scaling is really interesting in OpenRA. First off, you're going to have really high income throughout the mid game, and then towards the late game, this just decreases so much. Oh, the yak is empty. It's an empty clip here. And that's 6 mammoth tanks. This is going to put a dent into anything here. What an amazing match. We've seen the comeback from SoScared, and now we've seen the counter comeback from Smitty. I think at this stage of the game is still open, but a small, lightly favoring Smitty at least. Small advantage for Smitty. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Flak trucks probably being iron curtained. Is the curtain up? No! Okay, so I think... Oh, the parabombs! The perfect parabomb vector! Jesus Christ! This is going to demolish the army of SoScared. Rip. Rip in pieces, as they used to say on the internet. Oh my lord. This was the best parabomb angle he could have hoped for. Ukrainian Postal Delivery Service strikes again. Oh, SoScared is erecting a wall. Little does he know. Oh, that's the Iron Curtain here. Iron Curtain flak trucks from the back lines trying to find any remaining artilleries and or aircraft. Oh my god. The crash here. Little does he know though, mammoths can crush walls. Beautiful display. Oh! And the nuke has been fired. And pop goes the missile silo, but not before the nuke has been fired. This is one of the clutches, but oh my god, he's going to retreat his entire army into the nuke. Prepare for blast off. Jeez. Well, it could have been worse. It only killed 2 mammoth tanks, so the third barely surviving. That's important because they're gonna regenerate, you know. It's gonna take 1 or 2 minutes, but they're gonna be back to full, at least 50% health. Back to a combat viable state. I think their regen has been buffed, right? Look at how fast they're regenning. Almost in the yellow again. This was a fantastic play from both sides. SoScared trying to counter with walls, but the mammoths can't be stopped by walls. Not anymore since a couple releases. Also, the nuke fired into the backlines, into the retreat path of the army. What a genius read from SoScared. What a clutch play. That's a secondary tier 1 army, or tier 0 army I guess. Pushing out and trying to find any artilleries, cutting off the reinforcements path. Beautiful, and now there's a nuke for Smitty. Being placed onto the tech center. Yep. Which means that there's gonna be no more GPS in a minute here. Oh wow, also the APC has gotten a bit far. Boom. Also ripping a hole into the defenses here. And this leads to Smitty queuing up the attack move. SoScared has got a nice little dispatch with medics, rockets, a couple of rifles, mixed infantry. Probably going to go for a backstab if I were to take a guess here. Oh, finally Smitty has realized that he has not mined this area for a long time. He's transferring an ore truck over. Good play. I think that there's... You know, SoScared is gonna disagree with me. He's gonna say there's no such a thing as too many longbows, but 6 longbows and no standing army? That's where I draw the line. Reinforcements on the field being called in by the Badger. Also, since a couple of releases, look at the veterancy from the infantry. I love it. You get vetted up infantry from the paradrop, as it should be. You know, the paradropped in guys, usually a bit more experienced and more hardened. Oh, a longbow! That makes it 5. Also, SoScared is just not a fan of rearming his longbows, ever. It's just, to him, they're one and done units. It's very easy. If you just press the F key, they're gonna rearm automatically. Oh, the flak truck has found the opening here. Has found the opening on the artilleries. 1 artillery down. Ooh, the second barely surviving. I hear some more gunshots. Oh, okay. That's the eco lines being harassed by a small dispatch. I just don't think this is gonna have much of an impact because there are 2 APCs ready to crush anything. As soon as Smitty realizes it's gonna be in a good spot. Let's focus our attention. Okay, Smitty has deployed a forward expansion, which means his eco is eventually gonna outscale SoScared if this match continues at the pace it's been going. GPS satellite is back up. Okay, Smitty was forced to fire the Iron Curtain. So the rockets have finally been taken care of. Couple medics endlessly healing each other. This might take a while, alright? Alright, APCs, good luck. What a sight, a true sight to behold. Good shit. I hear a Tesla coil, but we're... Oh wow, that's a Tesla over the wall. Oh, melting the entire economy line for SoScared, and he's calling the GG before the medics even have been taken care of. What a game. We've seen the comeback, we've seen the early lead for Smitty, we've seen the comeback for SoScared, and then, right from beyond the grave, Smitty, with his last dying breath, has rushed the Iron Curtain and turned the game around, coming back from the dead as a zombie, and ultimately finishing this game. What a display of skill here. I love some of the minor nuances that went on here. The Cliff Tesla, the back tech transition after going for Mammoth tanks, taking back to tier 0, to the more mobile Iron Curtainable flak trucks. Also the artillery hunt. So SoScared has played so artillery centric here, and it has come to bite him in the ass. He has been like pushed back by Yaks. He's been pushed back by Iron Curtained flak trucks, even by Iron Curtained APCs. So what a display of skill! A beautiful match here, really dynamic, really back and forth. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Also, in other news, the Red Alert Global League Academy is going to make a return probably this week. So stay tuned. That's it for now. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.